Say hello to the Triumph Speed T4. This bike, it is a new model in the 400 lineup and it is almost 23,000 rupees more affordable than the standard 400. As a result, it gets few features and even less power than that bike. Essentially, this is the new range starter of the lot. So let's see what this bike is all about, whether you should buy it or not. But before we begin, make sure that you are subscribed to the Evo India YouTube channel and also hit that bell icon down below to stay notified for all our video drops. Now let's start with the changes first. Cosmetically, the bike remains unchanged, but a closer inspection reveals a different story. The most evident change are these conventional telescopic forks. The standard Speed 400, it gets those beautiful golden upside down forks. But this bike, it gets 43mm telescopic forks. Now the standard Speed 400, it gets adjustable levers, but not this bike. This bike, it also gets conventional stem mirrors, unlike the Speed 400's bar-end mirrors. And Triumph has done that for a very specific reason, on the basis of customer feedback. This way, it's much easier for the bike to filter through traffic. More changes include these new graphics. This bike also gets 3 different colors, new colors, and a reprofiled seat. It has a slimmer front and 10mm more padding for the pillion to make their ride more comfortable. And the final change is this matte black exhaust. Again, this is done for function. This matte black paint, it does not chip at high temperature. Aside from these changes, the T4 continues to offer LED lighting all around, a semi-digital cluster, a blacked out radiator grille and a bash plate. The engine retains its matte black powder coated finish, beautifully contrasted by silver fins, a Triumph logo and a Triumph badge. In terms of quality, there's no cost cutting on the T4. It feels just as solid and well built as the other bikes in the 400 lineup. Let's move to the mechanical bits now, starting with the engine. The biggest mechanical change to the Speed T4 is to the engine. Now this is basically the same TR series engine, it's 399cc mill, but it has been detuned to produce 31 bhp and 36 Newton meters of peak torque. But its USP is the fact that it can produce more torque between 3,500 to 5,500 RPM than the Speed 400. And 85% of the 36 Newton meters of torque is available from as low as 2,500 RPM. But this simply isn't just a basic detune job. Triumph has also played with the internals of this bike to make it feel even more friendlier, more tractable at lower speeds. As a result, it gets a heavier flywheel and even revised throttle body control system to make it feel more tractable, as I said, at lower speeds. Additionally, the T4 has received a smaller rear sprocket, reduced from 43 to 39 teeth, resulting in taller gearing. The first thing you'll notice when riding is the improved low-end torque, making the T4 a pleasure to ride in the city, and the bike feels more relaxed on the highway at triple-digit speeds. However, during spirited rides, where you want to rev through the gears, you'll notice a lack of top-end power. The reduced power output prompted Triumph to remove traction control and opt for a traditional cable-operated throttle instead of the Speed 400's ride-by-wire system. While the absence of traction control is no big deal, the cable throttle can feel a bit choppy at lower speeds due to the increased torque. The Speed T4 shares the same steel tubular perimeter frame with a bolt-on rear subframe as the Speed 400. It also rides on the same 17-inch 10-spoke cast aluminium wheels. However, its riding experience is different due to the aforementioned 43mm telescopic forks and a switch to bias-ply MRF tyres. Now these tyres have a higher, stiffer profile and narrower rear width. The bike also gets a 20mm longer wheelbase thanks to a different rail angle at the rear, and the monoshock doing duties at the back has 10mm shorter travel. Now this setup improves comfort over bad roads and makes the T4 feel slightly more plush than the Speed 400, but it also doesn't feel as sharp. Braking duties on the T4 are handled by a 300mm disc at the front with a axially mounted caliper and a 230mm disc at the rear. This system is supported by dual-channel ABS from Bosch. The Triumph Speed T4 doesn't feel like a low-cost variant of the Speed 400 in any way. But with a nominal price difference of 23,000 rupees between the two, it's hard to justify its existence. Despite its appeal to a different audience, it performs exactly as advertised, making for a fantastic runabout with excellent touring credentials.
However, considering that the Speed 400 offers upside-down forks, traction control and grippier Vredestein tyres at only a slightly higher price, selling the T4 could be a challenge for Triumph. But it would have made a stronger case for itself if it was priced closer to the 1.8 lakh rupee mark.